Good morning, everybody. You're going to see some changes here with Snowman in the morning, beginning on Labor Day. Today is one day that we test everything because we are planning to extend the show to 180 minutes instead of the usual 120 that you're used to. There are some things I need to get in order. There are some things I need to settle with the crew, and they're all positive, so don't worry about that. I'm going to make sure we have a pattern. I have an ecosystem in place. And to any network that wants to pick us up, let's talk. Okay. And the reason I say let's talk, I ain't doing anything for free anymore. I'm on the hunt for sponsors. I'm on the hunt for advertisers. I'm on the hunt for donations to the channel, especially on YouTube, so we can build this thing. It's time to go all in.
You know one thing that won't be changing, boss.
What's that?
The fact of how much caffeine we're gonna need.
You ain't said nothing but a word, brother. You ain't said nothing but a word. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah, the Seals will be here too.
Oh yeah! Boy, I gotta take y'all are gonna love, especially the folks at the channel of ESP Ben, where This Is Michelle has joined us and Napoleon Johnamite has joined us. Napoleon, I hope I make y'all I hope I make you proud, and I hope I make the audience proud. Good morning, and welcome to the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. 180 minutes of pure, unadulterated sports talk and a lot of fun mixed in. Welcome to all of our stations, including WJKS in Indianapolis, Indiana, as well as WOSJ in my hometown of Chicago, and KJBS out in Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome, everybody. Dog, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm recovering from two exciting nights of SummerSlam. I mean, the cinema that was told between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns in the main event last night was absolutely perfect.
The cinema between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that match was...
That was the only one I had a chance to catch because I was preparing for baseball. But, man, the salute that Brock gave to Oba made me cry.
Yes, that's literally Brock passing torch. I mean, that's it. I mean, we won't probably hear an announcement about anything, but that is literally Brock signing off from WWE at this point.
Yeah. Man, those two titans in the ring, my goodness.
And the callback to the last time Brock was in a cage with Undertaker, the callback tombstone on the exposed wood was beautiful.
It was perfect. I'm just glad they executed it without anyone getting injured.
Brock protected Oba on that one big time.
Good.
I watched it back a couple of times, and Brock protected Oba.
Good. Very good. Okay. This is Michelle, who is a subscriber to one of my favorite channels in ESP Ben, where he exposes a lot of fouls in the WNBA, and it got me to thinking. I said something on that channel last night, and I'm going to say it aloud. If I can find the button, I'm going to say it aloud right now. So to ESP Ben, and this is Michelle and others, I hope I make you proud. First, an announcement. I have pulled away from covering the WNBA completely. That includes Indiana Fever games. That includes all the doubleheaders I had planned. And that just might include the playoffs. Even though the Fever are doing great, they're 8 games above 500 after their loss to Minnesota 108-100, in which the Fever set a record for number of 100-point games in a season. I have pulled away because, well, I'm just going to say it aloud. I have several reasons, but I'm going to focus on 2 of them.
Okay.
Number 1, give me this button here. The WNBA is full of shit when it comes to the Indiana Fever.
I was about to say, I think the biggest reason is going to be the fact that the officiating is complete crap.
Mm-hmm. The officiating is complete crap, and the conspiracy they have against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever is full of shit.
I mean, look at the fact that Caitlin Clark is on. Look at the fact that Caitlin Clark is on the cover of the deluxe edition of NBA 2K27.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Last year, the cover belonged to Angel Reese, and we all sat here dumbfounded. I think the cover should be between Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson every single year. In fact, you should have a cover every year that features those 2 players. Why? Because they are the 2 best players in the W right now.
Here's the thing. You're missing a very big point, Snowman. They're not looking at the 2 best players. They're talking about the 2 most marketable players. Talking about the most marketable players. Caitlin is one of them. Angel's another. You have to take in consideration of that as well.
Oh yeah, I've taken it into consideration.
I mean, look at the fact that the base cover has Wemby on it, and the deluxe digital, like the one that's above Caitlin, has D Rose on.
Has Derrick Rose.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Marketable player.
That's all marketing. That's all it is.
Marketable players. Very marketable players.
I mean, if they really wanted to market it, they would have put Brunson on the cover of the original one and not Wemby, but that's beside the point.
They could have put Brunson.
Because Brunson won the championship.
They could have put Cat if they wanted to, because Cat is also a marketable name.
You got to feature somebody from the champions on the cover.
They could have put Danhausen on the cover for all we cared.
Fair.
Rhino, I didn't chop the head off of my golden goose. In fact, I got another one that's building. But for the simplest of
Jesse Engelbert chopped that head.
For the simplest of reasons, I cannot cover the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, or the WNBA objectively. Allow me to explain. When I got into this business in 1995, the first thing that I was taught by listening to Jim Durham was, yes, you are covering your team, but at the same time, you be objective.
Right.
You call it fair right down the middle. Yep. Earlier this year, I did a game with the Indiana Fever at the New York Liberty. Mm-hmm. And all I could think of is that is where the shift happened. Tell me why Breanna Stewart went to the line 21 times. 19 in the second half. Tell me why almost every time, and I want y'all to listen to me carefully. It may sound like a conspiracy, but if you've watched the W as long as I have, you'll understand it. Tell me why every time Caitlin Clark and the Fever have the ball, a ghost foul is being called. In a sentence, That pisses me off because it's the most unfair treatment of a team that I've ever seen. In yesterday's game against the Minnesota Lynx, let me describe this one. Sophie Cunningham gets elbowed in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. No foul.
Why is Sophie Cunningham called for the foul? After they even reviewed it, they took 2.5 minutes to review it. And all I hear the PA announcer say is the call on the floor stands. What?
Wait a minute. Sophie got elbowed in the grill. And
by
she
Nia
got
Coffey.
nailed for the foul?
Nia Coffey, and I love watching Nia Coffey because I saw her play at Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nia Coffey elbowed Sophie Cunningham. And it wasn't malicious or anything. She was trying to get the ball in bounds, and she whacked Sophie Cunningham.
It happens.
That's a typical play.
But at the same time, the fair call would have been either nothing or an offensive foul on Nia Coffey. They called the foul on Sophie Cunningham.
It would have been nothing. The fairer call would have been nothing because you have to actually use intent on whether or not it's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
So
and in that case, I would say no, nothing. I would call nothing. Let me interrupt this for a moment. Napoleon Johnamite says, today I'm expecting the A's to sell. I'm also dealing with my dad transferring to end of life care. Today, August 3rd, 2026 sucks. Napoleon,
I'm
going to change my take right now. Napoleon, there are two gentlemen here on this panel that totally understand that.
Yeah.
I'll take you back to June 12th, 2007, when it was my dad's last day. And to this moment, it's the hardest day of my life. The only good thing about the date of June 12th is that is when the Bulls won their first world championship. And my dad and I, my family and I watched it. Now, every time June 12th rolls around since 2007, I hate that date. I know I got to live through it. I know I got to go through it. And Napoleon, I hope you understand I hope you understand why I'm letting this out. I hate the day of June 12th. In fact, I hate that entire week. Emotionally, I hate that entire week. Because from the 12th through the 25th is hard.
Yeah.
Very, very hard. And Victor, you went through that week with me.
Yep.
You went through that week with me, and it sucked. My dad and I were watching a replay of the NBA Finals that year between the Spurs and the Cavaliers. All he had was a cup of crushed ice. His skin was falling off of his finger, and the fingers were streaking, and he was just a set of bones. He was just a set of bones. He would tap the bed with his hand, wanting to be adjusted, and I would adjust him. We still talked sports.
All the time.
All the time. Victor, you, the late Alvin Washington, many, many others have hung with me when I talk to my dad.
I have always said, like, what he gave me the name Joe Cool.
Yep. When
I picked up Snowman for a game when I was able to drive, and it just started to turn a little dark, but it still was a little bright out. So I had my shades on, I had my suit on. Snowman had his suit on, and Sarge looked at me and just said, "Hey, look at Joe Cool over here."
Yep.
And that stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. He gave us both a hug that day before we went to do our game. A lot of stuff I've learned from him. And Napoleon says, I'm just trying to make it through this period where we don't know how much longer he has. I get it. We get it.
Yes.
We get it.
All of this is taking me back because the last time I remember seeing my dad was February 15th, 2022.
Yeah.
And the reason that day sticks out to me, the day after Valentine's Day. That was the day the Queen Pin and I got married. And that was the last time I saw my dad. 34 days later. 34 of them. I get the call because she and I were still trying to find a place to live at the time.
Yeah.
My mom calls me up. Originally, it was around a little after 1 o'clock, but my phone got the voicemail. I was asleep. Mom calls me up 8:15. She's like, "Did you hear the voicemail I left you?" And I said, "No." Because I didn't see it at the time. And then that's when she told me we lost him.
Napoleon, I will say this to you. Remember all of the good times.
I'm now being pulled into my grandmother. I'm fortunate to have my parents still here, but when I tell you my grandmother's my best friend, that's not a lie. She called me Briny Marlin, which is, for most people who don't know, is Cockney rhyme slang for my darling. She gave me that name when I was 6 years old. I call her Tefacious because that was the only word that I could actually use to say her name. She would call me up every single year to let me know what Charlie Brown specials were coming on, whether it was Thanksgiving or Christmas or the Great Pumpkin, because we'd watch it every year.
Yeah, the Great Pumpkin. Yeah.
When it was her time to go home, she looked like she could barely recognize anybody. I told my mom I wanted to go see her when it was time because I thought I would be ready for it. My mom thought differently. So I woke up later that day. Mom was already gone. And I got the phone call that said that my grandma had passed away. This is now still injustice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took my phone, and after the call had ended, I rifled it into the woods.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My mom didn't yell. She didn't say anything. She just bought me a new phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the day my dad was gone, I had gone into my old room because I was so exhausted. Had a full weekend of baseball. I've been running around trying to secure contracts for the new season. And I was just exhausted. You know what, Dad? You and Tiny got me into baseball. And that weekend after he passed in 2007 was Father's Day.
Yeah.
I had already made the decision. I'm not doing a thing until Victor called me. And he said, "Are you ready for this weekend?" I said, "Victor, I can't do it."
we're living together at a time,
Yep.
and you made a decision that you weren't going, and I told you that the last place you need to be is alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You need to be out there doing what you love to do, especially in honor of him, especially on Father's Day.
Yeah.
I cried all day, Father's Day.
When we did that weekend before my last game, I told everyone on my field, I wish him happy Father's Day. And I said, right now, my best friend and my broadcast partner is dealing with a loss of his father. Just give him some words of encouragement. Give him some words of comfort for me.
And they did. Everybody did. The word got around the park so fast. I mean, everybody was coming over to offer encouragement to me. I'll finish the Snowman's take after the break, but got to talk about this, especially with Napoleon going through what he's going through. And Napoleon, you're our brother. You're our brother, Napoleon. We love you. We understand.
Yeah, I was about to say I've got a couple of stories as well when we get back.
We understand.
Yeah.
My first favorite team was as you know, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And their 7-game Classic World Series with the Milwaukee Brewers in '82 officially introduced me to baseball.
Right.
And then my dad the next year, well, I've been a fan of both the Sox and the Cardinals because Dad in '82 took me to my first baseball game at Old Comiskey Park. We were playing the California Angels. That's right, the California Angels. Not the Anaheim Angels, not the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Screw all that. We were playing the California Angels, and I remember the starting pitcher for the Sox that day being Richard Dotson.
There's a name we ain't heard in a dog's day.
I've loved the Sox since then.
Yeah.
Even during their most horrible years, I am always going to be a Sox fan to my heart. I get teased about it from my family, but they know how much it means to me. That's why yesterday when I did the game yesterday against the Rays,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the game, I yelled out a phrase my dad and I knew so well, courtesy of John Rooney. That's a White Sox winner. Man, do you know how many times Dad and I heard that? Especially in 2005. I remember him being so happy, even though he was so physically worn out the night we won it all. I had the radio going. I had the TV going. Joe Buck says the White Sox have won the World Series. John Rooney says a White Sox winner in a world championship.
Mm-hmm.
And we must have hugged and cried for a good 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
My phone was ringing off the hook. Some of my dad's friends. Victor was blowing up my phone. My friend Barry, who took me to Sox Fest in 2005, where I met the great John Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave y'all with this. Dad gave me the most terrific piece of advice. And Rhino, I know I can cover anything I want and do it the way I want, but I am professional and I am old school, and I'm going to stay that way. My dad told me the greatest piece of advice. And actually, he told this to me before I went off to college.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, He told me this before senior year started and after senior year ended in 1990. 1990. Jeez, I'm old. And to do Cole Johnson justice, because we always talk and say that our dads were cut from the same cloth.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cole, I have a part of you. When my dad said to me before I went off to Northeast Missouri State University, he said, quote, "Don't let anyone, including your mother or me, stop you from chasing your dreams." Close quote. Man, that has stuck with me forever. In all of the ups and downs, the starts and the stops, the inconsistency, which is being corrected one game at a time, one stream at a time, one show at a time. 30 years I've been at this. Labor Day will start season 31. And I never, and Victor can verify this, and Shane can verify this, I have never and will never stray away from the old school presentation of my play-by-play.
No reason to.
No.
So, Napoleon, we've been there. And we're here with you, brother.
Like
we
I
are
said,
here with you.
Like I said, after the break, I got a couple of stories of my own.
Yeah.
So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a break. We're going to share some more stories. And Napoleon, I'm going to share a couple. Shane's going to share a couple. And Victor's going to share a couple that'll make you laugh your ass off. We'll get to the sports, but we're honoring Napoleon Dynamite today with the message he just gave us. This is for you, brother. Funny stories, funny sports stories, family style. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings
for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah, it is.
It's a classic. Halfway through the hour, we're going to give you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
You're listening to WJKS-TV, your Hoosier Sports Home and Indiana Sports Hub play-by-play voice. You're listening to WHDR-DB, your radio home and voice of the Carolinas.
Speaking of the Carolinas, we got a little business with Jay Spivey. The one and only great Jay Spivey is with us from Carolina. Good morning, Jay. How are you?
What up, guys?
What's happening, Jay? And boss, I was actually going to call an audible and hold my stories till the second hour because I saw Jay showed up.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And I got to do it again because I did it last time. From North Carolina, professional Jay Spivey.
I'm glad you corrected that. It is North Carolina. We're better than South Carolina.
Thank you, Ray.
For all those people
Ray
that
Clay.
always say the Carolinas instead of the Virginias and the Dakotas.
Right.
It's North Carolina.
Right.
We're separate states.
It is, and they are.
At least you don't have to deal with Alarm Island and the Gamecocks.
Well, Jay, I was born off of Camp Lejeune, so if anyone knows about North Carolina, it's me.
It is all. I lived in Carolina for 2 years. My family and I did. It is indeed North Carolina. And in fact, we thought we were going to take a trip to South Carolina. Wound up sleeping in.
You don't want to go there.
No, I don't. And a lot of what I've seen recently is a lot of broadcast jobs pop up, and they're all in South Carolina, and I deleted them all.
There you go.
All right, let's get down to business. Jay, what the hell has happened to the Atlantic Coast Conference in football?
I had this discussion with you every year. There's no such thing. It's a joke.
It is, man.
It
is.
It's totally irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot get this through to the apologist around here. It's totally irrelevant.
Wait, apologists in North Carolina?
There are a lot of ACC
Yes,
apologists.
there are. Yes, there are. I have talked to them.
No,
Jay and I both have talked to them.
Even the
live
ones
and on the phone.
Even the so-called fans who say they don't care about football, which is BS in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's a lie.
If you root for a school, you root for all their sports, not just one.
Thank you.
Correct.
I do not understand this weird thought process of, well, I only cheer for this team in terms of basketball or in terms of baseball or in terms of no. If you support school, it's for all sports, men or women.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Absolutely.
Good man. If you cheer, like you said, if you cheer for a team in one sport, you cheer for them all. But there is somebody we know that doesn't.
He only gives a cursory response to football with his quote unquote team.
Do we have to talk about the mogul again?
It's fun.
The media prophet who cuts out half of his viewer base because he won't talk about a sport that he doesn't like.
I'll tell you what's funny. Jay often sends me his posts, and he often accompanies it with the words "clown show."
Yeah,
that not only describes him, that not only describes his company, that describes the Atlantic Coast Conference.
I was gonna say, so he watches.
He will never allow anybody to say anything negative about the ACC about anything. I will guarantee that.
No,
when I was on his show and spoke negatively about the ACC, football, basketball, and whatever other thing he would bring up, he did not like it.
So wait, so he used the term "clown show." So does that mean he watches his own material?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't have a clue. He is an apologist.
Do not say anything negative about Carolina. Do not. And you talk about a clown show right now. Carolina football.
Oh, God.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Panthers,
God.
hello.
What a joke.
It is. It is.
It's an embarrassment.
I never, you know what? Even the times I went to an ACC game in Chapel Thrill, I was not.
You mean
I was
Chapel
not impressed. Before Chapel Bill,
and we don't.
I was not impressed. I was not impressed.
They fired Michael Lombardi last week, and we don't even know what he did. But so obviously something severe.
Right.
And then all this drama with Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, and I mean, it's just.
It's a clown show.
And even the chancellor spoke last week about what an embarrassment it is. And we don't even know what happened yet.
Nope. And they won't tell us either. That's the problem. They won't tell us either.
Joke. But I guarantee you he's not talking about that on his show.
No, of course not.
We are.
UNC
not a
is
word about why Michael Lombardi was fired.
No,
not a word
UNC
about what the hell happened.
No, and it's because UNC is protecting its own ass. It's got its own image to protect, and that's what they're doing.
I guarantee you nothing discussed about. I don't even know if the ACC is 5th in best conferences right now in football.
Nope. I think they're lower than that.
They're terrible.
To be honest.
I know
we thought the Big 12 was
dumb rules the college football playoff has about getting automatic bids. But the ACC doesn't deserve a bid.
No. I mean, the ACC championship, and we talked about this almost all summer. Duke and Virginia, and Duke won it. What?
Because of a dumb tiebreaker they had.
As Cole would say,
you would think Miami would get the bid to go to Charlotte. Miami wound up being the ACC representative in the playoff. Explain that to me.
I will say this. This is one of the reasons why I love this show on Mondays, because and Jay will give me so much material about this individual that we talk about. And I'm like, okay, he can't get any stupider than what I heard last week. And then you guys bring up something else. I'm like, never mind. I retract my statement.
He is stupid. He is not a mogul, and he's very, very cheap.
Well, I would use the word corrupt, but
I bet there is nothing but roses and flowers being talked about Carolina football right now.
So it's not just rose-colored glasses, rose-colored eyes.
Absolutely.
No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's not just rose-colored glasses.
I bet nothing's been
it's rose-colored.
On that show.
It's rose-colored. It's rose-colored eyes. I have not seen in the years I've been covering college football. Even given 2000, let me get this right, 15, when they somehow won the Coastal Division, when they had divisions. Good Lord, don't get me started. They won that division, and then they got whacked by Clemson in the ACC championship game.
Well, I go back to, and I can discuss this every year in every sport because I pay attention to all the sports.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do not understand. I do not understand how you're in the same state and have 4 teams in the same state that are in the conference.
Right.
And some of them don't even play each other.
Mm-mm. They don't.
And it makes no sense to me. So what other schools think? If you're going to play 18 games of basketball, you ought to play every team in the state twice.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're in the same state in football, you ought to play everybody in that state.
Yeah, agreed.
So once again this year, and I know this is the team that I root for. Wake Forest and North Carolina, which are only about 75 miles apart, are not playing each other in football this year.
So they don't meet at all. Wow.
When
75 miles.
75 miles. If that. It's not a long drive from Chapel Hill to Winston-Salem.
And then you talk, this is next year. Then because Wake struggles so much financially because it's such a small school and they have such a small alumni base.
Yeah.
They're building one of these like villages like the Braves have around there.
Yeah.
That's almost done. Well, next year they were supposed to play Notre Dame at home. The AD sold out the game to Charlotte.
Yeah.
And lied to everybody and said that there's a lot of Wake Forest fans in Charlotte, and it looks to be a lot of fans that come down there to the game. It'll be all Notre Dame fans.
Yeah.
And then not long after they announced that game was moving,
right?
They were supposed to play Syracuse in Winston-Salem. They moved that game to Toronto.
Why?
Toronto.
Why move it all the way up to Canada?
Why are they playing in the Sky Dome?
It's called. They're not playing in the Dome. They're not playing in the Dome. They're playing where they play the World Cup, which is what the MLS team in Toronto is.
They're playing at BMO Field?
Whatever the name of the stadium is, yeah.
So they're not playing in the Sky Dome.
The Dome does not have football anymore. It's totally made for baseball now.
Right, it is because they
did.
They changed the configuration. They changed everything about it. You're right. They can't fit a football field in there. And with the style of the
they're playing there where the MLS team is,
and they're playing at BMO Field,
and that's the opening game next year on Labor Day weekend. And it's all because of NIL money is what it is.
Yeah.
So they sold out 2 home games next year for this stuff. 2. And those of us who are old enough to remember, I believe it was 1981. Wake sold out games all the time, but this one really got to us. Wake sold out their home game with Clemson in 81.
Yeah.
And played in Toronto. Tokyo of all places.
That was 81.
Tokyo.
That was 81. And they played that in Tokyo. Why does that sound like more of a preseason game than a regular season game?
Well, why is any college game playing in Tokyo?
Or Ireland?
Well, Carolina's playing TCU in Ireland. And
is that the opener?
Just a couple weeks.
That's the opener.
That's a week 0 game.
Good gracious.
And it's all because of money. Teams are doing schools are doing everything possible to generate money for NIL.
Yeah.
Speaking of money,
I'm looking at the matchup real quick, boss. I'm looking at the matchup real quick. It's Syracuse and Wake Forest. Wake Forest is going to be the home team. It's either going to be
sold
the
out 2 home games next year.
It's either the 28th or 29th of 2027. So it's the week 0.
That's the week 0 game.
Week 0 game.
And it's going to either obviously be on ABC or ESPN. And for context, it's time to coincide with the annual Canadian National Exhibition.
Yeah, okay.
Good grief.
It's called money.
It is called money.
Speaking
of money, the Dodgers have printed a lot of money and have acquired Tarik Skubal from the Tigers.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Because today, if a lot of baseball fans will probably attest to, it's like Christmas for a lot of baseball fans.
Oh, we're committing another sin and talking about baseball.
Today's trade deadline day.
It is.
Yes, it is.
6 o'clock Eastern time. And there's already been a couple of big trades this morning.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, it's been going
who's on the Jay? Who's on the move?
Luis Ariz is going to the Phillies.
Oh boy.
Brooks Raley's going to the Phillies. And And Jose Soriano, for some unknown reason, is going for the Angels to the Blue Jays.
Luis Garcia Jr. has gone to the Yankees.
That was yesterday. They made that deal yesterday.
Yeah, they're talking about it on the line this morning.
Yeah. White Sox got Luis Castillo from the Mariners.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday, and that's a big bolster move for them.
That's a big move.
Because what have I said all year about the White Sox? What is the one piece that I said was missing from the White Sox this year? Even though they are at a 3-game lead, by God, I love it. A 3-game lead in the Central Division, and
they took a little
Jay
bit of a gamble.
Yeah,
because he's technically controllable through 28. He's signed through this year, actually through next year, and then he's got a club option for 28.
And they have
so they had to give him a lot more prospects than some of these other teams did.
Right.
Well, also your White Sox, their boss, added Huascar Brosban from the Mets,
and they also added Jose Urquidy, former Astro. So they got a couple good arms.
But to go back to Skubal, all these people that are mad at the Dodgers, I'm not mad at the Dodgers. It's not the Dodgers' fault. They're doing what's within the rules. I don't blame the Dodgers for doing this.
They are.
But to me, the issue is the rules. I mean, I looked last night. Not only, they fleeced the Tigers. The Tigers got nothing in return.
They got nothing.
Jay, you'll agree with me on this one. What's the old saying that's always been out there? Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'm not upset with the Dodgers. It's not their fault.
Me neither. Because Jay, as you said, they're within the rules. They're within the rules, which represents the problem, which is why there will not be baseball next year.
This represents, and I said this as soon as it happened Saturday night. We're in for a long lockout because of this stuff.
Yeah, there were not.
Right.
I don't think there'll be any.
Let me ask the question then. Will we see baseball next season?
I certainly hope so, and
I hope so.
I hope they kind of realize what a mistake they're making, because every time they do this, it ruins a good product.
Despite the mogul, I hope we get baseball next year.
I hope we get just despite the mogul. I hope we get a full season next year.
The mogul doesn't
doubt
care.
it.
The mogul doesn't care. I care deeply.
I care deeply. I just shared a story about my dad and my grandpa getting me into baseball.
Yep.
Okay. Baseball is, in terms of sports, baseball is my first love and always will be. Even though the first game I ever called was a basketball game. And then the following year, I've gotten into football. Baseball is my first love, period. And it made me cry 3 years ago when my wife decided to surprise me on our anniversary week where we went to Branson, Missouri on our vacation. She decided to surprise me with a tour of Kauffman Stadium.
Kauffman Stadium, yep. The K.
And that's for you, Droid. A tour of Kauffman Stadium, and Jody couldn't get the full package. So I went in, we started the tour, and she looks at me and she says, "Tell me something about you." I said, "Well, I've beaten cancer." She froze. My tour guide froze. And she said, "You did what?" I said, "I kicked cancer in the ass." "What kind?" "Stage 4 pancreatic." You know what she told me? She said, "I'm taking you up to the broadcast booth anyway." I love baseball dearly. I do. And I have fallen back in love with calling the game, in witness of the games I did Saturday and Sunday against the Rays. Jay, how long do you think the lockout will be?
Well, the way things are going right now, I hate to say this, but I got to believe it's going to be the whole season.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
I just hope cooler heads realize that it would be a huge mistake.
Oh, yeah.
So basically that would mean...
The thing about this is I really think a lot of owners want this.
Yeah,
especially the small market teams. I think they actually kind of like what the Dodgers are doing.
Yeah,
but they'll never admit to that.
No, they won't. They won't. They're going to drive away fans. They're going to drive away fans again.
Just the tax bracket alone, because they have that apron in baseball. Just the tax bracket alone, not salary. The Dodgers are paying $165 million
for that
well,
tax
that
bracket.
filters down to the smaller market teams. So the smaller market teams love the Dodgers doing this.
They do.
And the fact that there's another issue, and again, I don't blame the Dodgers for doing this. They have about 15 players now, and I don't know the exact number. I just saw this yesterday.
Okay.
That have deferred contracts up until like 2045.
2045. Yep. Droid, let me get your thoughts on the Skubal trade. Did he?
I have no thoughts because my Royals are terrible, so it doesn't affect me. It's not going to affect the non-existent playoff run we were going to have. It doesn't affect anything involving me. So, in my opinion, I don't care what the Dodgers do. I really don't. I've gotten it's the thing is, like, we've seen the Dodgers do this before. So we're there. You shouldn't be surprised. You shouldn't be so upset when the Dodgers are just doing Dodgers things.
Yeah, the same was true about the Yankees a long time ago. The Yankees were doing
I read
Yankee
last
things.
night where the Dodgers are likely done making trades. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're gonna make more
not.
trades today.
They are not done, and they won't be done. They want that 3P.
And the fact that, like I said earlier, that the Tigers let them fleece them and didn't have to give up any major prospects for Skubal is beyond words to me.
You know, I think we all got the hint, even a couple of years ago, that Skubal wanted away from Detroit. I think we all got that hint a couple years ago. And what's horrible is what Jay said. The Tigers got fleeced. So now it's like, now what for the Detroit Tigers? This is a team that was in the playoffs a couple of years ago. This is a team that wiped out a 15-game lead in the Central Division. No, that was Cleveland that did that. My mistake. I retract that. This is a team that led the Central Division by 15 games before they were caught from behind by the Cleveland Indians. And yes, I said Cleveland Indians. Detroit is headed for some real dark times very fast.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, you went silent there.
I
don't understand. Much like, and I think this is analytics driven in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Much like the Red Sox have done, although they've come back and played much better recently, and the Astros. I don't understand why Detroit acts like a small market team in a large city.
I don't either.
I don't
The
either.
Red Sox and the Astros have done the same thing. I mean, look at the players the Astros and the Red Sox have let go. And the Tigers
don't remind me what we've done up here in Boston.
The surprise, besides the Boston Red Sox and the White Sox, obviously, the surprise lately has been, once again, the Houston Astros.
Father O'Shaughnessy's drinking again.
In the last 12 games.
11-1 in their last 12. They trailed the West Division sometimes by at least 10.5 games. And look who's sitting up top at the trade deadline.
And the Red Sox sitting up top at the trade deadline. 3-3.
Yep. They went on that 14-game winning streak.
And they just swept the Dodgers. They just swept the Dodgers in LA.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, the 6th straight road sweep for us.
Because they came to Chicago. They came to New Comiskey Park and kicked our ass. Okay? With a 3-game sweep. And we see y'all beginning tomorrow, and we want some revenge. Anyway.
Good luck with that.
I know. Boston's too hot right now. But anyway, to say for me that this season has been upside down is an understatement. It's a total understatement.
But I mean, what is there not to think that there's not going to be a lengthy lockout next year?
Right. It's gonna be lengthy because it's very competitive. Baseball's very competitive right now. Your Braves, my friend, are running away with the National League East with an 8-game lead over Philadelphia.
Well, that's partly because the Phillies have stunk up the field the last 2 weeks. But
True.
The Ted Turner revenge tour continues.
But I still think, I don't care what the record shows, I still think the Phillies are better than the Rays. I really do. And they still have 7 more games with each other.
Yeah.
And
which will probably decide the division.
Yeah.
Just like we have 3 more with the Cleveland Indians coming next weekend.
And if the playoffs start right now, the Braves would play the Phillies in the wild card.
And the last time those two played, Philadelphia put a foot. Philadelphia put a foot in. I know, because Jay, you and I have both talked about it, and everybody here on the panel has seen it. Philadelphia can get hot at any time.
That is the greatest reaction to
a game. They have great pitching. They have great pitching.
Yes.
Even before they got a rise, Schwarber and Bryce Harper just scare the crap out of me. Schwarber scares the daylights out of me.
Schwarber scares the daylights out of me.
That sounds like a reaction between a game between the Browns and the Jets. Just,
and here's what I don't get.
No.
Somehow, as sorry as the Mets are,
yeah,
they own the Braves. The Braves are 4-6 against the Mets this year.
How are the Braves 4-6 against the Mets? How?
And play 3 more next week against them.
How are they 4-6 against the Mets?
They have stunk up the field against the Mets this year. They played a doubleheader last week, scored a total of 3 games, and somehow won one of them.
How? I don't know.
They won 1-0 because Chris Sale pitched his butt off.
Yeah. But that's Chris Sale.
And they won that game 1-0.
Boston.
They scored 3 runs in 2 games and won one of them.
Like I said, that's Chris Sale. The White Sox had him, the Red Sox had him, and now he's with the Braves, and he's fully healed from his surgery.
And because everybody babies pitchers in baseball, he's supposed to pitch tomorrow night against the Marlins. But the Braves moved him back to Friday against the Yankees.
Why?
Because he needs some rest.
That, and it's a bigger market game.
I see that.
The Yankees game means nothing.
You're going to tell me that you're not going to want your best pitcher on the bump when the Yankees come to town? Come on, man.
The Marlins game means way more than the Yankees. The Marlins is a division game.
Yeah, I would go for the I would go for the division game. I would go for the division game because when we see Boston, I think Thursday we're going to throw Anthony Kay at you, and he's one of the aces of the staff.
Yeah. By the way, Jay Spivey, when Philadelphia comes to Atlanta, well, that series blanking sucked.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's go over the division leaders. The Rays lead the Yankees in the East by 2.5 games, and 5 over Boston. The White Sox, and I can't believe I'm going to spit this sentence out. The White Sox lead the Cleveland Guardians by 3, Minnesota by 4, Detroit by 5.5, and Kansas City, we're not going to talk about that.
Remind me, did we win that series against the Yankees, the previous one?
Split.
Okay.
We split against the Yankees.
Okay.
And I'll talk about that series after the break. In the West, it's Houston, 2.5 in front of Texas, 3 in front of Seattle. The Oakland Athletics, yes, I'm using the old school term. The Oakland Athletics. Listen,
what happened to them this season? They were so good at the beginning of the season.
Napoleon, let me say this to you. Once upon a time, the Oakland Athletics led the American League West Division.
They're not leading anymore.
They led that division for a month. And for a while,
the wheels fell off.
They were the only team above 500 in that division.
When leading that division.
They are 22 games below 500.
They have fallen off a cliff.
Yep.
I think that started when they found out they were moving to Las Vegas and played in the new stadium.
I still call them the Oakland Athletics. And then you have the California Angels.
Trout
You
wants
have
to
a
get
team
traded.
They are an
in which
embarrassment.
they've been an embarrassment, and Victor's going to get a laugh out of this. They've been an embarrassment since 2005.
And I doubt this is going to happen today. Why does Mike Trout want to stay there?
I've asked that question for years.
He needs to get out of that city. Why do you want to play your whole career? Now, am I wrong about this? Has he not played a single playoff game?
He has not played a single playoff game.
In
14 years. In 14 years.
One of the best baseball players of all time.
Mhm.
And you're not going to play a single playoff game.
A complete baseball player, and he hasn't played a single playoff game.
Get out of there.
In 14 years.
Get out of
Shohei
there.
left. Look what happened with him. He ended up getting a couple.
Shohei's a champion.
I'm not blaming this. I'm not blaming this on Trout. The only thing I'm blaming on Trout is why he doesn't want to get traded.
Right.
I'm sorry, Trout, but you're not Derek Jeter. Okay, you're not built for staying in one town. You need to get your playoff games in.
It's got to be miserable.
I'm not surprised that it is miserable, because the Angels have sucked for so long. I told you, I think they've sucked since 2005.
If it were me, I would beg to get rid. He has a full no trade. If it were me, and I saw a lot of this last night. If it were me, I would beg to get traded to the Phillies, which is where he's never.
I would void
the
daily.
Beg to get traded to the Phillies.
I would void that no trade clause in a heartbeat.
Trout wants to go to Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's
that's his hometown.
He's from right near there. He's from like 45 minutes away from Philly.
That's his hometown.
Can
Do you know
imagine a
how
lineup
dangerous?
Harper,
You read my mind.
Trout? Oh my God!
You read my mind. Imagine Trout in the middle of that batting order.
Just begged to get traded to the Phillies.
Yes, please.
And it's just and the fact that Artie Moreno, who's done one bad thing after another as an owner for the Angels, you just let Ohtani walk away with nothing.
Now he's getting a full contract with deferred money, and he's won 2 consecutive World Series.
And he's probably going to win a third.
He probably is going to win a third with the addition of Skubal.
I'm not even sure they needed Skubal. They're the
way they were playing. No, they didn't need Skubal. Matter of fact,
this was the Dodgers giving the entire rest of MLB the bird, saying, "Hey, we're going to go after them anyway."
Absolutely.
Yep, they lead. They are the only team with a double-digit lead in baseball. They lead the Diamondbacks by 10 and the Padres by 11.
It would take a monumental, Highway 405 collapse for the Dodgers not to win the series.
They're not going to collapse.
They can sleep for the next month, and they're going to win the division.
Easy. You know, Ryan McCarthy just said. The Cardinal, Ryan McCarthy, or Mr. McCorfey, as we like to call him, just said it. Good day, Snow Crew. The Dodgers got Tarik Skubal because ... They could.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And look at it this way: they already had Snell. Yamamoto has been kind of iffy at best, but he's forming around. And then, of course, you got the legend that is
Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I told a friend of mine this yesterday. Because there are so many teams that are analytically driven and want to keep all their prospects.
Yep.
The 2 teams who should have gone after Skubal and didn't, apparently, the Brewers and the Rays should have both done whatever they could to get him.
Yes.
Because neither one of them have ever won a World Series, and they both have the team that could win the World Series. Go for it.
Go for yours.
I think the Brewers
go for it.
The Brewers would have been a better fit because look at the 1-2 punch of Skubal and Mizorowski.
Yeah.
And they have a third ace in fact, they have a third ace in Chad Patrick.
Go after him.
Didn't Mizorowski strike out?
The Dodgers just steal him for nothing.
Didn't Mizorowski strike out 13 Angels yesterday, even though he gave up 2 runs.
Yeah.
And he put on a hell of a performance. I mean, come on here. Even in a loss, this man's getting double-digit strikeouts.
Listen.
Yeah.
How dangerous would that Brewer staff be with Mizorowski, Chad Patrick, and Tarik Skubal?
That would have been lethal. I mean, as it is, the Dodgers already had 3 knives up against everyone's throat, and now they've added a 4th with Skubal. So, I mean, what's the point here?
Yeah. What's the point indeed? All right, we're overdue for a break. Jay Spivey joins us to talk baseball. And yes, we talk baseball every Monday on this program. And Jay, I want to thank you. I love you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys.
Later, Jay.
And that, my dear mogul, is a baseball conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, and
and
Skubal going to the Dodgers may have just sealed the fate for the rest of Major League Baseball and the lockout coming.
I believe it.
I do too.
Like I said, to that certain mogul who cheated me and cheated Jay Spivey as well as others. That is a true baseball conversation. Hour 2 after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, Zyhir. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, what are these things called?
Spices.
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
That's my beauty.
There are 3 words in the English language that can absolutely ruin and decimate a lazy Sunday.
And those are?
We're in Kentucky.
I'll tell that story after the ID because we owe you an ID at 11:10 Eastern Time. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
You're listening to WJKS-TV, your Hoosier Sports Home and Indiana Sports Hub play-by-play voice. Broadcasting live in your region, across your nation, and around the world. This is Snowman Multimedia Sports.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue. Ball go dancing, Caleb Williams.
I am cute. Now do me a favor and get the hell out of my face, you thirsty sons of bitches.
10 after the hour, hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning, and she's gonna beat me up for that.
She's gonna throw a couch at you on site.
She's gonna beat me up for that. All right, to the comment section we go because that's the lifeblood of the program. Sports Break Media. During our conversation with Jay, says the Phillies acquiring Luis Arias and Caleb Killian from the Giants in exchange for Ramon Marquez and Marty Gare. Napoleon Dynamite. My problem with the idea of a salary cap in MLB that is going to create more John Fishers because why spend money on big names if you're going to be penalized for it? David Blaze says, morning and afternoon. Good morning to you, sir. Caleb Hernandez, the A's lead the West just like Tony Romo leads the CBS anchor team. Oh, geez.
That's foul.
I think Tony Romo is out of there. He said, have they ever had a good season in talking about the Angels? And as I said, David, not since 2005. Not since 2005. Sick Diggy is here with us. It's a Manic Monday with the Muppets' own Animal on the drums with the Bengals and for the Bengals. Oh, God. That band. A lazy Sunday. I was supposed to have a lazy Sunday. My wife got up and said, me and Mom are going to a rabbit show. Mm-hmm. Cool. Which told me I can sleep until 3:00. I prepared for both games I was going to do that day. One with the Colts, the other with the 49ers. I had both sets of notes. I looked at the Colts notes and roster and I said, screw that. I'm going back to bed. Mm-hmm. Lucy joined me. I turned my phone on just in case the wife called me. Just in case. Good grief. Why did I do that? My wife called me, and it was halftime. Mm-hmm. And I was so tired. I picked up the phone. I answered the phone, and she says, are you doing the Colts game? No, I'm sleeping until the 49ers game at 4:25. Well, you need to go online and broadcast the Colts game. Baby, it's at halftime, and you can pick it up on the Colts Network. The next sentence I hear is full of things that pissed me off. We're in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And my response was, off.
There's a couple of questions for Droid.
Do you think the Chiefs are regretting bringing back Bieniemy after what happened?
Sleepy with Bieniemy.
Eric sleeping with Bieniemy. But there's a question for you, Droid.
Meanwhile, with hour 2.
So
there you go.
I'm just gonna say, Bieniemy is probably one of our best offensive coaches we've ever had in Chiefs history.
Right.
We won 2 Super Bowls with him as our coach, including one on a poster that I have in my room that has Mahomes, Frank the Shark Clark, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Tyrann Honey Badger Matthew, and Damian Williams.
Yeah, 54.
You mean to tell me you got
Super Bowl
Travis
54.
Kelce, you got Travis Kelce on a poster without Taylor Swift? Wow.
I also have a picture of Lionel Messi without a World Cup, but you know.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch.
Cup, pow.
Yeah.
Hey, he's spicy today.
Dale España.
He's spicy today.
Lord.
As Jay Uso would say, bap, bap, pow.
But honestly, I don't personally. I do not care what Mr. Bieniemy does, as of course, because what am I to say if he coaches us to another Super Bowl? Like, he's not my coach. He is.
I actually do have a question for you also, Troy.
Oh Lord, don't hit me with no booze.
No. I'm being very, very serious.
Okay.
Has there been any updates on Patrick Mahomes' progress? What is the prognosis for his return? Will he be back?
So, in practice throwing, he looks okay. He's buckling a bit on his favorable knee, but that's probably because it's had so much strain. So I wouldn't see that as a worrisome sign. I'd see that as like keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
His throws look on target. Justin Fields overthrowing his usual in practice.
Well,
I'm not even lying. I'm not even joking. I watched 1 minute of film of KC Chiefs practice, and the first ball Justin Fields throws, it's to Rashee Rice. It's going. It's over his head. It's to the defender. Come on.
Look, that's the problem. I know you're not joking.
Throws to Jesus
Christ.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
No, throws to his
favorite
blade of grass.
He throws to the hot dog guy in the 4th row.
But it's just
he throws to the Kansas City Mavericks, all right? So
damn.
So something else I also wanted to bring up about Mahomes is like I hear the concern because the biggest concern is, well, what if he re-injures? And I completely understand the worrisome of that.
Yeah.
Because if he re-injures, you realize who we got to rely on now.
Then you have, then you really have,
you really have to rely
Justin Fields would be the cornerback we'd have to rely on. And at that moment, I would say, Mr. Brian Snow, I quit.
He will break glass on the season.
I will. Every time you say, all right, Droid, the Chiefs versus.
Doggone, that's Austin's music.
Listen,
my gosh.
All jokes aside, I'm actually really excited for this season, especially in terms of the Chiefs.
I'll just make this a Q&A for right now. Bring your football question since we're talking football. Bring your football.
By the way, Droid, just be glad of one thing. It could be worse. It could be Dak Prescott.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I'd actually, dude, I hate on Dak Prescott just as much as the rest of the panel, but he's a genuinely good quarterback. It's just, he has his moments. He's not Justin Fields. He can actually throw the ball.
True. I mean, dog. You remember you used to have Mac
Smith.
and Cheese Jones on your team. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you used to have Mac and Cheese Jones, sir.
I got something about mac and cheese. I'll talk about that in a moment. Damien dropped me a question. He says, question for Snowman. How worried are you with Pearsall being out for the season? I'm not.
That is true.
I kind of figured that Pearsall was still dealing with lingering injuries. But I'll give you two main reasons why I am not that worried.
Okay.
Number one is Mike Evans, and number two is Deebo Samuel.
I wouldn't trust in Deebo.
Yeah, I do. Deebo is familiar. Deebo is so familiar.
Yes.
Debo's back on a 1-year, $7 million deal with San Francisco. I am not worried. I am not worried because the way that offense is run, and thank you to the late great Bill Walsh for being the architect and the master of the West Coast offense. Everybody save the line. Everybody that is involved can catch the ball.
That would worry me if I'm a Washington fan, because if Debo was there for 1 year and they came back, what does it say about his confidence in JD5?
Exactly.
That would because Debo also has to put a little bit of responsibility on himself, because you need to be able to catch the ball.
That's very true.
And that's the main reason I'm not worried about losing Ricky Pearsall for the season. Would he be
where did Juwan go?
Huh?
Where did Juwan go?
Juwan went to Minnesota.
Juwan Jennings went to play for KM.
Yep.
KM1?
Debo and Evans are both injury prone, says Damian Hernandez, and CMC, you should be worried. I'm not worried because, in case you didn't know, Mr. Caleb Hernandez, CMC played all 17 games in the regular season last year. Period. And
Caleb,
flirted.
I was going to say, Caleb, do you not remember that the fact that they had a MASH unit in San Francisco and they still made the playoffs?
We still went 12. Give me this camera.
They roaches.
Give me this camera. Everybody playfully hated on my team, which, as you all know, has been the San Francisco 49ers.
We playfully hated on your team. Seattle said, no, we legit going to hate your team.
We legit going to hate you. And they kicked us in the ass in the divisional round. But by that time, we were so beaten up because we lost George Kittle in Philadelphia in the wild card game. And I still don't know how the hell we won that wild card game at the home of the champs.
By the way, from what I saw, Kittle's still looking good.
Oh, I saw Kittle. And Kittle looked like he's on track to start week 1 for the season.
George Kittle.
It's the animal.
It's the conspiracy theory.
No, it's not a conspiracy. Shut up, Victor. It is not a conspiracy theory. Shut your mouth.
Conspiracy.
Shut your mouth.
I smell conspiracy.
Put the 10 hats away, Victor.
Wait, why do you smell conspiracy, Victor?
And you know why. It's going to happen again this year, too.
Just say it. Why do you smell conspiracy?
George Kittle is out for the rest of the season with a blown ACL. That's what's going to happen.
No, it's not.
No,
Travis Kelce will blow his ankle out first.
Hey, none of that.
I don't want that. I don't want that for Travis Kelce. I don't.
Too many jokes
I love.
listen,
I love watching Travis Kelce, and I also
there
love the
you
brother.
go. You don't like watching current Travis Kelce.
I do.
Nobody likes watching current Travis Kelce. Even I, a Chiefs fan, don't like watching current Travis Kelce. Don't give me that bullshit.
Look, I've watched Travis Kelce. I've watched Travis Kelce for 12 years, and I love the way he plays.
I like.
Maybe in the past, but we're talking about right now, Brian.
I'm talking about right now. Shut your mouth.
Hold up a
minute.
But
I have in general, I have loved not George Kittle, Travis Kelce, and I love the brother. What I love the most,
my favorite Kansas City team, George. Kittle.
If that happened, I would really quit. All right.
But by the way, this just in from CBS: Travis Kelce missed the first 3 weeks with blown eardrums after listening to Taylor Swift.
No, he's gonna miss the first 3 weeks because Taylor wants to go on a honeymoon to Cancun.
Because yes, Travis, it is you. A new graphic coming.
Here's a monumental trade.
Get it right. It's yes, Taylor. It's because of you.
Wait, here's a monumental trade that if Snowman ever heard, he would definitely quit. Trade away George Kittle and get LeBron James as tight end.
Give me this button. Dear Victor Locke, you, and you.
This moment of Braun's sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on
Bonnets.
Matter of fact,
When you start
let me just
feeling
go.
like an idiotic
Matter of fact,
can
let me
set
just
you
do.
right.
Let me just do this.
This moment of LeBron's sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronzexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
Paid for by the city.
By the city.
No, Droid, get it right. No, it's being paid for by Joel Embiid's contract.
Oh. No, LeBron's contract is being paid for by Joel Embiid's contract.
Nah, it's paid for by the Brother Love.
Hey, Brother Love's got himself an actual action figure now. He's going to be making bank. Hey, Bruce Pritchard's got to make his money somehow. Vince ain't there anymore.
Sure.
We're going to a break.
Yeah.
The legendary Chris Deese joins us after
Also,
the
he
break.
wasn't arrested. Okay, cool.
Back in a
Don't worry, Deets isn't Tiger.
Oh.
We're back in a deuce.
Go to break.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Because we take this job so serious.
And Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell. That's what he needs.
What did Father O'Shaughnessy do?
I quit. We're done here. I'm done. We're out of here.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Oh, you know, my cousin, I still don't know what the hell I did. He told I need to go to hell. I still don't know what the hell I did.
I don't know what the hell you did either.
I mean, just because I'm in the New England doesn't mean I need to go to hell. I already live there.
I'm confused by Damian Hernandez's comment. Hooked on Broncos is paid for by Fry Eagles Fry. What?
Hooked on Broncos. No, that'd be paid by Uma Musume.
Right.
By Fry Eagles Fry.
That is on a t-shirt.
Jesus.
That's stupid.
All right.
That's on a t-shirt.
Halfway.
Here's a t-shirt. It's going to be at least.
It'll be a t-shirt.
Oh, God.
If I have something to say about it, it will be a t-shirt. Halfway home through hour 2, here's an ID.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia. We need to see it.
Put somebody in the middle of the field.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that game sucked.
You fool!
I'm on Alarm Island.
What is that?
Give me them cocks!
Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Wise, the way you broke my quote up was wise in the middle of it. That's nice.
What gets me is the back and forth between Dietz and Jen.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Christ.
Here's Dietz.
Passionate.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not gonna keep him off the field tonight!
Totally.
This one has a chance!
Dietz.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
Dietz is here with us. Good morning, young man. How you be?
What's up?
Well, I'm glad that you didn't get arrested.
No, not this time. Not this time.
Dietz put in the Facebook chat. I'm going to be unavailable for a while. I did a thing.
What did you do?
The next thing I said was, if you don't get arrested.
What did you do? And I'm gonna give you the camera. What did you do?
Well, one thing I did, and it's kind of the reason I'm late, is I bought an old version of Madden.
Ooh.
And
oh boy.
So I had a little late night gaming session.
Okay.
And pretty much a gaming weekend. And leave me this camera because I have to say something.
You got it.
Okay, you got my attention.
EA Sports.
Screwed up?
I'm available. Hire me, please. Or hire someone. If you're going to make football games, hire someone who knows football so that the players on the screen act like football players.
Yes.
So, but one thing happened this weekend, and we go. So that's my plea to EA Sports. But one thing happened this weekend, so you can put everybody back on.
I was about to ask before
because I want to get. Especially, I'm glad Victor's here because something happened last night that completely blew my mind and will probably blow the mind of every football fan.
Okay.
And especially a Dallas Cowboys fan. So naturally, I'm playing a franchise with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Yeah.
The only mode that's still good in Madden.
So you'll only notice this if you're a Detroit Lions fan or a Dallas Cowboys fan. But so what they do in franchise mode when they give you the schedule, they try to be cute with it.
Right.
And say, oh, your game is on Thursday night, your game is on Monday, your game is at it's not just week 12, week 12 game is and you play it. It's week 12, game is at 1:00, game is at 4:15, game. They try to be cute with this, right?
They do it like how you would actually do the schedule.
Deeds, for the vertical camera, can you scoot a little bit to your left?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, I know.
So anyway, Dog, if you can, please look up the Dallas Cowboys schedule and tell me what week Thanksgiving is.
It's week 12.
1 moment. Yes,
it's week 12.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was week 12.
It's week 12.
And maybe there was like a weird. Maybe there's like a weird year where it's like week 13 where, Thanksgiving is late, or sometimes it's week 11 where Thanksgiving comes early sometimes.
Deets, let me ask you this. What year Madden did you get?
I got 2021.
That would have been week 13, I believe.
Okay.
Okay. No matter what it is, well, it doesn't matter because this was, franchise mode, so I'm like in the future now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
According to them, it's the future. I think I'm in 2023 right now.
Oh boy.
Here's what happened, and Victor, you tell me if something's wrong.
Okay.
Week 10, the Dallas Cowboys played a home game at 1:00.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. Week 11, the Dallas Cowboys played a road game.
Okay.
Week 12, the Dallas Cowboys, my Dallas Cowboys, played an 8:30 game. Week 13, the Dallas Cowboys were on the road.
Why?
Repeating my sentence.
I looked at I looked at it, and at first I didn't look at the day that the games were being played. I didn't even know they did that. I just noticed that they were doing the times.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute. None of these games are at 4. I was like, wait, none of these games are at 4:30.
Right. So
I was like, the Dallas Cowboys have played Thanksgiving Day at 4:30 for
every year.
I can only attest to 43 years of this. So
they always played
Thanksgiving Day for 42 straight years, and it'll be 43 this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
In every single Thanksgiving spread, it's usually Bears and whoever they're facing at noon.
It's the Lions. It's always the Lions.
It's the
Lions and the Cowboys. The Lions host the early game on Thanksgiving. Yeah. The Cowboys host the afternoon game, which was normally only 2 games on Thanksgiving.
Right.
But
Lions and Cowboys.
And then I noticed, I looked at this, and then I looked at the schedule actually, and I noticed that they were doing, Sunday night, Monday night, and they were doing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the Cowboys schedule, not a single Thursday night game, which means there wasn't a single Thanksgiving game. How do you get this is what I'm saying by this is simple stuff.
Right.
You cannot get that. You cannot do an NFL game and get that wrong.
You cannot get that
wrong. That's easy stuff. This is like football game 101.
You say such a thing.
That's crazy.
Deets, this is for you.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing?
That's
no Thanksgiving game in your simulation for the Cowboys.
No Thursday game at all.
What? No Thursday night game.
It was wild. It was wild. I was like, wait, what are we doing?
Wait, how did that happen? How did that happen?
What the hell was that?
What got me the most is I noticed week 12 and 13. Week 12 was at 1:00. So I knew that wasn't. I was like, wait, what are we doing? And then 13 was Cowboys are on the road. I was like, no, the Cowboys are always home.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about that, and I have a couple of thoughts about that, because I've heard a lot of things, and we hear this all the time, and Victor can probably attest to this being a Cowboys fan. Cowboys fans get this all the time. And Lions fans get it too. Why do they always play Thanksgiving at the same spot?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
All the time.
Because notice what they do on Thanksgiving. The NFL's not stupid. They know Thanksgiving is a huge party, that everybody's there, that everybody's tuning in, and everybody's tuning in as a family.
Yes.
So what do? What do the Cowboys? What do they do? What does the NFL do that day? They put on. Notice how it's the only regular season game that has a halftime show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
They make it a festival.
They make it a spectacle.
So what do you have to do for that? You have to have it in a secured area. You have to have it in a place where you know everybody can be, and everybody knows it's going to be years and years in advance,
right?
So that they can plan
around
on
it.
being, they can plan it out, and they don't have to. They don't have to go through. Oh, we have to get a hotel for these people. We have to do this. We have to do that. They just go. You know what? We're in Detroit at 1:00. The halftime show is going to be this person, and they're going to be in Detroit on this date. They're going to be in Dallas. You're going to be in Dallas and do the halftime show at this date. That's why they do it like that. It's not because we only want the Lions and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
First of all, both games are in domes.
Yep.
I mean, the Cowboys half a dome, but it's still a dome. But that's still what I mean. And the only time it snowed and weather was involved, we got one of the greatest games ever and one of the worst games of all time at the same time.
Right.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But that's why they do. That's why they do it. That's why they do it the same every year. It's so that they can make it a show, and they don't have to. They don't have to do like a college football. Like, we're gonna send. Yeah, it might be different teams, but we're gonna send them here. You notice the night game. The night game doesn't have any of those festivities in it.
Right.
The night game. The night game which they added
is a regular
to
broadcast.
Just be like, hey, why not we'll get another game in. But you notice it doesn't have a halftime show. It doesn't have all the pageantry of what the Lions and the Cowboys have.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the time, people are sleeping that game. Most of the time, people are sleeping that game because they're too loaded up on turkey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Black Friday game.
Guilty as charged.
But so that was the first thing I noticed. But for the second thing I noticed about Madden, Snowman, give me this camera.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Call for it. Do it again.
Snowman, give me this camera.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to get into the weeds here a little bit and give you some football 101.
Go for it.
So I was playing Madden, and they made me do these practices to get my players better. And the way you got better is if you performed well in the drills that they had.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, one of the drills they had was called Cover 2.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
And the way you got it is you had to stop the offense using a Cover 2 scheme.
Right.
EA Sports. Cover 2. This is a little football 101 for y'all. Cover 2 means the safeties are playing deep halves. And the corners are playing in the flat.
Yes.
So I'm playing this drill, and I see it's cover 2. So I take my player, and I'm like, all right, I'll just cover the hook zones because the corners will have the flat.
You know what, folks? Deets, my wife just asked me one of our normal questions, if I'm behaving.
No.
Considering the fact I'm talking sports with my friends and we're live on the air on all our radio stations. No, I'm not.
We are not being responsible.
Hold on.
I was going to say, is he honestly behaving, y'all?
Because you know how he can get. He's not okay. Well, so it's normal for him, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Normal.
You're in
The
trouble
legendary-
now, Mister.
Why am I in
legendary
trouble?
Because you're not behaving. You're told to behave.
I'm on the radio with some
I
friends of
know.
mine.
That's the problem.
That's
You
not
get
the-
in with your friends and then you misbehave, stinker. Have fun, you guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey, Dr. K.
Honey,
Yes.
Deets I think Deets has a question for you. Go ahead, Deets.
Just for your update, Snowman's getting a little spicy.
Oh, spicy. You're in trouble now, dude.
Don't worry, I'll card him later.
You know why I'm getting spicy? Because my brain went bleh.
Hey, now that's my brain that does that.
You know what? Don't worry, Dr. K. I'll give him a yellow card later.
And y'all wonder why every time I see her, whether I'm on the air or not, my stomach does backflips and all the butterflies are in my stomach. 8 years with that wonderful woman. Okay, Deets, let me give you the
All right.
let me give you the camera back. Here you go.
All right. So, like I said, safeties are deep.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have either corners or linebackers that are covering the flat.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one place that you in cover two. The reason you play cover two is so that you can cover the short stuff and your safeties have everything deep.
Right.
The computer consistently was throwing outs to the flat, and there wasn't a single guy near him. And I'm sitting there going, it says it's a cover two drill, but they're not playing cover two because the corner would just squat. If they threw this route in cover two, a squatting corner would pick it, would take this to the house because they would be like, "You're not throwing this because I'm standing right here."
Right.
And every time the corner was bailing out, and I'm like, "Where are you going?"
Dear
Like-
EA Sports, how hard is it to put somebody in the middle of the blank field?
Right.
So it's like
Exactly.
So it's like, again, like these are simple things. Like I get it. Like maybe it's hard to like animate like guys to do things, but at least if you're gonna have the play art, at least follow the play art.
Right.
If a corner's supposed to be playing the flat, he can't leave and go cover someone deep and leave the flat wide open. There's no reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But this is what this is what they do, and it's so frustrating because Madden tries so hard. They try so hard to be such a great thing, and like they want to have all this play art, and they want to have all this stuff that makes it. Oh, we're making it like coach mode, and I'm like, why don't you just make the game so that the players do what the art says they're supposed to do?
Right.
Yep.
You just do that, everything will be fine. But they have like plays where guys just have random brain farts, and all of a sudden the corner is. I have two guys covering deep, and nobody's in the flat. I'm like, well, no one does that. That's not football.
No.
That's just, hey, we're gonna make your guy do something stupid, so that nobody pays. But the regular person wouldn't pay attention to. They'd be like, oh, he got tricked, or he did this. But I noticed doing this drill, I noticed it was every single time. It was every single play. There was no one in the flat. Like in cover two, that's the one thing you can't do.
Right.
Because if you do that, you'll get cooked.
You'll get
every
cooked
time.
every single time.
If your safeties are 20 yards deep, no one can play the flat.
The flat,
no one can.
right.
No one else can play the flat if the corner doesn't sit on it.
Right.
It makes no sense. So
None.
Again, football
None.
101. This is football 101. This is like the first thing if you had ever played coached or even just knew anything about defensive design, you would know, oh, this is wrong. Like,
this is wrong. Let's change it.
Yes. Yes. Say that again, Droid.
This is wrong. Let's fix it and change it because our game shouldn't be broken when people are paying $70. And I'm saying even louder, $70.
Oh no.
So yeah, I mean, again, I'm playing an older version because I went to GameStop and it was $2. So I wasn't gonna.
That's a deal.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, I wasn't gonna pass up. I wasn't gonna pass up the
deal is a deal, dude. I agree with you. A deal is a deal.
I agree.
So I don't know. I always say this when I play an older. I'm like, maybe they've fixed it, but I've watched enough people play on YouTube. I've watched enough YouTube playthroughs to see. I see this every time, and every time it pisses me off when I'm like, that's not coverage that they're doing.
That's not real.
Where they do like, and someone said this before. Now I understand why Mina Kimes thinks you can beat cover 4 by just throwing over the top of it. Like, wait.
Because
that's what Madden had me do. In beat cover 4, they had me running all verticals. And I was like, wait.
Why?
I was like, wait. You want me to complete a pass vertical down the field with four safeties deep?
Yep.
I was like, this is not how football works. But see, I understand now why Mina Kimes got confused, because she's probably only seen play art through Madden and thought, yeah, this'll do it. If you did that, your wide receiver would get killed.
Yep.
They'd be dead on the field. If you ran verticals against, they'd be hit by 4 guys before the ball even got there.
Easy.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Immediately.
Put the soul of Ray Lewis into every defender.
Yeah.
Break your soul.
Yeah.
Break your spirit, break your back, break everything.
Yes.
So Madden's a little bit, just a little bit broken. I mean, and like I said, maybe they've gotten people in there to fix it, but I haven't seen it.
It's more broke.
Seriously, just bring a football person in. You don't even need just bring me in for like a day and be like, all right. Are our guys doing what they're supposed to
do what David Kaplan, and Victor knows this clip. Do what David Kaplan suggested a long time ago when it came to the Bears.
Yep.
Get a football guy in here. Fix this damn thing.
Exactly.
Each, you do not want to know how bad Madden 26 is. Trust me.
Yeah, and just
I don't want to see it.
I mean,
no, you don't.
Just bring me in for a day to talk to the devs. I can get on the whiteboard.
Right.
I can draw some things up. I can tell them, here's what's supposed to happen. And so they can go back, they can look at the game and go, is that happening when we play it?
No.
And
right.
Why is that happening? And why is this happening and not that? I mean, they can go in and like, these are all fixable things that if you cared or paid attention to football. Now, if you are, I know there's probably some people in the chat that are just like, it's just a game, but it's the mentality of, if you cared about something, you would put the full effort. You would put the full effort in to get it right.
That's what we do here.
And as Droid said, for a $70 game, get it right the first time. Get it right on day one.
Right.
You don't need 600 patches and update every 2 weeks
Right.
to fix all the bugs that you
Absolutely
didn't know you had.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at MLB the show. I mean, outside of the constant updates with rosters and outside of the content drops, there's barely been any hot fix patches. Right. That says everything.
It does.
And the game play at MLB the show, the game plays like people play baseball. You know, if there's a grounder to short and there's a double play, the guy flips it to second.
Right.
Yes.
If the infield's playing in, the infield plays in on the grass, and if they get the ball, they go home.
Yep.
They don't. They don't have one guy for no reason. Like they don't have a shortstop. Like everybody's playing in, and the shortstop is playing. You know, in the heel. Like no,
this would be like
on the grass. He's not out.
Like
he's not out in left field.
This would be like if there's a double play ball, the shortstop grabs it off the bounce and throws it straight home. It's like, why would you do that if the out is at second? I'm gonna throw it home anyway.
Philadelphia Phillies, remember that?
Ow,
remember that?
I forgot that happened. Ouch.
Philadelphia Phillies, remember that in Los Angeles?
And I mean, think of it this way: they've even gotten it to the point where even if you go perfect on a ball, there is still a likelihood that it could still be an out.
Yep.
I have
the only thing I don't like about that, dog, is you're telling me I hit this perfect bottom of the ball. That is out of here. Every day of the week, that is out of here. That is bomb to left center field, 400 plus feet. It's a line out to short. Are you serious?
I've done that 7 times.
Welcome to baseball. I mean,
and yet again,
you're talking about a game. You're talking about a game. You're talking about a game where you could be perfect. You could do everything perfectly, and you still only get a hit less than 30% of the time.
Yeah,
and people who get hits 30% of the time, someone that bats 300 for a season, is considered immaculate.
I mean,
so you have to understand.
Let me run this down for you because I was playing a game last night.
Okay.
I have Cedar Rafaela and Shohei Ohtani going 1-2. Okay.
Okay.
My all-star Rafaela hit 115-mile-an-hour line out to second base. His opening AB. Shohei Ohtani's opening AB, 97-mile-an-hour exit velo home run. You tell me where the logic is in this. And that wasn't even perfect. That was pulled.
But you get what I mean. Like you're hitting a fastball, perfect, bottom of the ball. That should be going out, or at least a fly out to the warning track.
That should be in the seats.
It should be, but no. Cedar Rafaela, he's got the power. We all know what he does in Boston. It was a complete line out to second base, but yet again, Ohtani pulls a 87-mile-an-hour sweeper, 97 miles an hour into the seats.
However, I will say that also depends on which type of hit you use. Because, I have a controller right here. I can show you. Normal power contact.
Right.
Normal swing, power swing, contact swing. And that also depends on your player's overalls. If you got a 60 overall, don't expect to hit a home run, even if you hit it perfect.
True.
Dude, Cedar was a 98. Ohtani's a 99. Power, not much difference between the two of them.
Not much.
So I think I'm going to grab my food.
That's what you get.
That's baseball. That's baseball logic. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Damien says you would get cooked more than when Chris Jones got cooked by T. Law in the end zone.
You get cooked more than Lamar Jackson did.
At least that's baseball. See, if it were if it were Madden, it would be you hit. Shohei Ohtani hit the ball and it was going into left field, and then all of a sudden it just soared back up and went over the fence because it's Ohtani. That's what Madden does. Madden will just make
That's like
things
what the
happen.
hackers do, dudes. That's what cheaters do.
You notice a huge hole, and then all of a sudden there's a guy in it. All of a sudden there's a guy in it, and you're like, that guy wasn't there when I got the handoff. That guy wasn't there.
He was not there.
But they spawned him in because reasons.
I also hate in Madden. So you're telling me the hole opens up and my O lineman thinks, oh, well, let me come over here. Like, bro, get out the way.
They get cooked more than Lamar Jackson did in the AFC Championship game in Baltimore.
Jesus probably had it happen to him. You ever be handing it off to your all-star running back? He should be taking this to the house every day of the week, and your offensive lineman, that big bumbly bimbo, decides to get in your way.
I had it yesterday where on the goal line, I had a fullback. I'm running the ball with my halfback. My fullback. If my fullback just ran through the hole and hit the first guy he saw, there's nobody there. It's a touchdown. My fullback, for some reason, decided, no, I'm going to block the outside linebacker who's on the opposite side of the field.
Oh, jeez.
And meanwhile, the guy sitting in the hole made the play and stopped it. And I was like, the fullback just went straight. It just went straight.
There'd be a hole.
My running back would have had just enough crease to just get through. Instead, they made him go a complete opposite direction.
Man.
For no reason. Again, reasons. Like I understand, like if the guy went through, the guy blew him up, and then he's able to get me. That makes sense. But for the guy to just not do, I'm trying to follow
a simple job.
And he goes the complete opposite direction. I'm like, hey, where is he going? And I literally watched that replay for like 5 minutes trying to figure out what the hell. I was trying to figure out what happened. And I was like, there's no one here.
Whitney, all types of blue hell.
And then I'm like, where did he go? I'm like, oh, this guy just shows up. They just spawned a guy into the play. So,
by the way, you really want to know some weird ass Madden logic? Tell me why the hell Cordell Stewart has a 99 card in Madden 26.
We're going to a break. I still got some
because
and you know what I got to talk about next, Brian?
I have a little unfinished
Pittsburgh
business.
Steelers fans, your legacy quarterback is Cordell
Stewart.
For Cordell Stewart.
He has a 99 card.
To begin,
franchise that had Terry Bradshaw, Ben Roethlisberger,
and their
Neil O'Donnell.
Neil O'Donnell. Yeah.
I would understand if they had a 99 Ben. I'd understand if they had a 99 Terry. But they have a 99
for Cordell Stewart. We need a break.
Make this make sense.
You can't. We need a break. I have a little unfinished business from hour one. I'm going to handle that, and we're going to try to get Allison Moran in here. Hour 3 after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, Wize. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, your what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
All right. 7 minutes after the hour, Droid is eating on camera again, and I can't yell at him because I've done it. Y'all have seen me do it. We owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world. This is Snowman Multimedia. We need to see.
And Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
Here he is back in the shotgun, takes a snap, throws to Jesus Christ.
Shut up!
Well, that game sucked.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
You know what? You can get the hell out of my
field. Like, it's not hard.
And
get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
That's going to be featured in the station ID very soon. Allison Moran doing a couple of minutes. 8 after the hour.
I got this hilarious story because we kind of went on a tangent. So Deeds put in the chat, I might be unavailable for a while. I did a thing.
What thing did you do?
And I just said, whatever you do, don't get arrested. He said, well, what I did could possibly get me arrested.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we can't mention. Are we live on Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't mention that. We'll get arrested. We'll get in Twitter jail.
All right.
I don't use
no
Twitter.
problem.
I don't care.
No problem. I'm getting away from.
Yeah,
listen, I'm getting away from using it myself.
Twitch will ban us. For.
I'm getting away from using
video games.
I'm getting away from using Twitter myself because they've now made it a cost to get verified.
Oh,
and
wow.
get that blue
That's
check.
been a thing.
Man, I ain't doing it.
So, my friend.
All right.
One thing
there is someone waiting for us.
Okay.
The legendary and lovely Allison Moran joining us this morning. How are you, my dear? You're muted. Muted.
Whoops. Okay, now you can hear me, right?
Yes, we can. Yes, we
can. You guys are too kind. Thank you for calling me lovely. I've had like 10 hours of sleep over the weekend. So,
how's your mom?
The lady of the power, sweet to be sour. Allison Moran.
There you go.
It's a mom for the uninitiated had broken her hip and some ribs in a fall over the weekend. My mom is 99 years old. She was
Bless
old.
her heart.
Yep, she was old when she had me, but
bless her heart. Bless her heart.
Yeah,
bless her heart.
Man, she's hanging in there though.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's gonna be me.
Yeah,
fighting cancer, beating cancer, beating depression, and everything. That's gonna be me.
Exactly. Yeah.
If I may ask, Allie, when
Sure.
is the century mark?
Yeah.
Century mark is May 6th, 2027. So
when she makes it to that century mark, we are coming on here and celebrating.
All right.
We are coming on here and celebrating the century mark. Now I got a little unfinished business because I started to talk about this, but then we got the word from Napoleon about his dad, so we shared some dad stories here. But I got a little bit of business because, as I've told Allie a few times and told you guys, the W has pissed me off.
Last time.
Why ever for, bro?
So, Brian,
and I know Allie,
when was the
Allie
last
just
time
said,
the WNBA didn't make you mad?
Wait. Allie pulled one of our favorite moves.
Yes, she did.
We said, "Oh, but why?"
Now give me this camera and I'll explain.
I was gonna say, Allie, just like the W, I've got a fever.
Yes.
Oh God.
Give me this camera. The conspiracy against the Indiana Fever, as I said 2 years ago, has been proven every single damn time.
Now he's called conspiracy theory, but I came about George Kittle.
Yeah.
Because that's actually truth with George Kittle. And of course, I'm kidding around with you as I say that. Give me this button. Every single damn time I have called a Fever game, there's been some bullshit. Especially since Caitlin Clark has been drafted. Now, I want all of the fair and balanced WNBA fans to riddle me this. No, change that. I want them to answer this question, and I want the commoners, as Deets called them, to riddle me this. Why is every other team and every other game getting refereed, if you want to call that, fairly, and you barely see any rough play, but when you see the Indiana Fever, who have all 44 games televised, and they go to play teams like the New York Liberty or the Phoenix Mercury or the Minnesota Lynx, I'll say it plainly, the Fever get over every single damn time. Give an example. They play, and I've talked about this, and Allie has talked about this with me. Game 5, WNBA semifinals against the defending champion Las Vegas Aces. A'ja Wilson was getting worked over by Aaliyah Boston. She was getting bodied by Aaliyah Boston. They rode Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell to the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter when Aaliyah Boston got whistled for a ghost foul against Asia Wilson. That was her 6th foul. She was out of the game, and Kelsey Mitchell tried her best to rescue the Fever in overtime. It didn't work, and the Aces won that game 107-98. Here's a conspiracy, Victor. Yes, I'm using your word. If Aaliyah Boston had not been called for that ghost foul, Indiana wins that game in regulation because Asia Wilson was getting worked over. Kelsey Mitchell found her groove. She ended with, I think, 31 in that game. And in fact, Aaliyah Boston had a double-double in that game. Give you another example. The conspiracy and I can't think of the word for it, but the something they have against Caitlin Clark, the pure, unadulterated hatred. It's nothing else but hatred because Caitlin Clark is one of the best players in the league. Period.
Now, boss, don't you see the earpieces in their ears and Triple H and Gorilla telling them how to referee this stuff?
Yes.
It's not hatred. It's vitriol.
It's both. It's every synonym of that.
It's more than they just hate her. It is vitriol.
The vitriol pisses me off because you have a young lady, for reasons we all understand and have mentioned on this program, just wants to play basketball. She wants to live her life doing what she loves to do. And the vitriol against Caitlin Clark is stupid. Every single game of the Indiana Fever that I have covered since 2024, as I said earlier, has some bullshit going on. And who is at the center of it? Number 22, Caitlin Clark. Give me an example. They played the Portland Fire early in the season. Indiana came out smoking hot, led 8-2. Portland calls timeout. And at that time, CC was on a minutes restriction, so Stephanie White pulled her. Thought it was a stupid move. It wasn't. Found that out later on in the season. I'll talk about that in a moment. Then Portland comes all the way back. They get the lead at the end of the first quarter. And during that time, I saw Portland travel several times in that game. I saw Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell get fouled in that game and nothing was called. And Caitlin Clark, by the end of the first quarter, and I don't know how this happened, picked up 3 fouls. What?
Now, boss, here's a question for you.
Hold on to that
I got
question. Hold on to that.
Okay.
This has happened every time last season and this. But it seems to me, and I'm only one person, every single time that the Fever made a run to get back into a game, big ones with Las Vegas, big ones with New York and Phoenix and Minnesota, they call a stupid foul and allow the team to extend the lead. Season closer last year against Minnesota in Indianapolis, Indiana. Minnesota gets onto a 13-point lead. Fever race back to tie it. Minnesota goes out again, this time to a 14-point lead in the second half. Fever race back. They get within 2. They had possession, and a stupid offensive foul was called. Look at the replay. Nothing happened. Minnesota had the ball stripped cleanly from them, and they called a foul. And they were allowed to win the game 98-90. I believe that was the final score. I may be fogging out on that, but Minnesota wound up winning the game. And it's happening again. As a matter of fact, it never stopped.
And again.
And again, and again, and again.
What you're talking about, what you're describing, Snowman, is the first time is a mistake. The second time is a coincidence.
The third time, a pattern.
It's by
It's a
design.
pattern. It is by design. And Damien, I don't give 2/5 of a half of a what you're saying. Caitlin Clark is one of the best players in the league, and you need to deal with it. Yes, I'm using the beeps a lot.
That's the thing that we're noticing. And I know a lot. I know. I see the comments, guys. I see them. Oh, you guys are talking about this again because it's happening again.
Yes.
This is the thing. Allie has been coming on here for so long, and for 2 years of Caitlin Clark, we have been saying this is happening. Yes. And there has not been a damn thing done about it other than normies are starting to go, wait a minute, this has been happening. I'm going to start covering this. And it's gone from 5 people covering it, from
10 people,
much of us that are here talking about it, to the entire world is now talking about it because everybody's because it's become so blatant. And we tried to tell y'all, you need to stop this.
Hold up, boss.
You need to stop it now.
Go ahead.
Let me riddle you guys this real quick.
Okay.
Haven't you noticed the calls have gotten a little bit worse since
Yes.
the ESPN interview?
Yes. They don't want Caitlin Clark in the damn league.
Here's my thought.
Go ahead, Allie.
I have a thought here.
Go ahead, Allie.
I'm wondering, just because Caitlin Clark is such a phenomenon, have we ever thought that they are overcompensating for and going overboard, not showing favoritism to this generational player? My thought is that she is perhaps much more of a quote unquote threat to the league when the calls are deferentially going her way, as opposed to when it would appear that she is that the refs are doing some quote unquote fair and balanced officiating by not ruling in favor of Caitlin Clark in those moments.
Fair and balance like Fox News.
We have two examples from not the same league, but the same basic league. I mean, you look at the NBA and how they've handled generational talent. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep.
Michael Jordan.
He was dominating the league so much that they changed the rules of the game.
Yes.
They said, Kareem, you can't dunk the ball anymore because you'll just do it every time. So Kareem went out and made the sky hook, the most unblockable shot in the history, and he became an arson at it.
Yep.
Right.
So we've seen this before, but we've never seen it at this level. And then we saw Jordan. Jordan changed the game of basketball where they made hand checking
illegal.
Where you used to be able to hand check them, and then they were like, no, Jordan's too good at defense. He's too good at hand checking people.
Right.
We need to take that out of the game. So they changed the rules. I mean, we've seen this before from this league, but it's usually the other way around. It's usually, Jordan is getting all the calls because the league wants him to be. How many times did we hear that? At the Chicago game. Oh, there's a whistle all the time because people didn't know how to guard Jordan. People didn't know how to guard him.
Victor, I can say, being from Chicago, I'll let you finish in a moment, Deez. Being from Chicago, Allie, Victor, and I have heard that made up conspiracy theory for 13 years. And the fact, what really pissed them off? 1988. Michael Jordan did 3 things in that year that no one else has done in the same year. He led the league in scoring, he led the league in steals, And he won not only the regular season MVP, but was Defensive Player of the Year. And it pissed them off. They removed hand checking, and Michael Jordan was the Defensive Player of the Year. I'll relate this to the W. Caitlin Clark has unlimited Steph Curry type range. And the offense of the Fever has learned her passing. They have learned to run. They have learned her tendencies, and the league doesn't like it. Why? Because it's the most basic, beautiful brand of basketball that the league has ever had. I love you, Cynthia Cooper. I love you, Diana Taurasi. But when Caitlin Clark came along and reshaped the Fever and got them, they have the record for the most 100-point games in a season, and we're not even done yet. 15 of them. 15. And let me answer, give me this camera. Let me answer Damien's comment. How is Caitlin Clark getting disrespected when she stole somebody's spot on the All-Star game? I'll stop there. That's bullshit.
Stole?
She did not steal. Listen,
you don't steal a spot.
The fans voted for Caitlin Clark because the true fans love watching her play.
Hold on. I gotta ask a question. When did we ever compare CC to MJ?
We don't. That's two whole different things.
When did we ever compare that? Here's the thing. Here's my thing. I'll let you finish in a minute, and we gotta get back to Allie.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Yes, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was a dunking machine. They say you can't dunk because no one can defend you. So
right.
they made Skyhook. Same thing with MJ. MJ's so good at defense, they made handshake illegal. Did either of those moves cause Kareem or MJ injury?
No.
Or wrist injury?
No.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
You make a great point.
Great point, Victor. Great point.
That's the difference.
And to finish my point from before, that we've seen it. Usually, we've seen it in the other direction. Usually it's the league is trying to fix this to make Michael Jordan better than he really is. Oh, the league is protecting LeBron James and building up LeBron to make LeBron a better star. We have never seen where a league has gone out of their way to diminish a star player. They're trying to put her on the sideline.
And I'll ask one more question.
They're actively trying. They're actively trying this.
I'll ask. I want to ask one more question, Mr. Hernandez.
The question, Allie, the $1 million question that if anyone can answer this, play the lottery because you're ahead of the game.
Okay.
I could use the money.
Same.
Why? Why would you damage your product? Why would you damage it for that's the thing that drives us. I'll
mad.
include
It drives us mad.
That's what drives us crazy.
I agree.
It's not just that it's happening. It's why is this happening? Why
downstairs,
are you doing this?
Downstairs to Allie.
I think that part of the reason for all of that, there's two things. Number one is the incompetence of the officiating that we have talked about 100 times on these airwaves. The second thing is that there's a certain amount of pride, I think, in the women who have gone before Caitlin Clark. There's been a lot of back and forth between these, between these individuals who have built the league long before that. You didn't have a Bob Cousy saying, well, why didn't I get the break that Michael Jordan
Right.
had,
Right.
and the other thing is that it was a different type of basketball. You didn't shoot to kill in the NBA when Michael Jordan came around. You
Right.
didn't. You weren't actively attempting to injure. The game has been very physical in the W for a very, very long time.
Correct.
And so the only thing is, and I was listening to a podcast last night where they were saying, nobody's ever paid attention to it before, how physical this game is. Now there are more eyes on it. And so I think that it's really all about having more eyes on the type of basketball that the W has, and seeing some of those flaws that are now being unmasked to the world because there are more eyes on it. They've always played a very, very physical game in the W. And so I think those are the reasons why it's making us so crazy right now.
This has
I want to
been.
ask one question.
But Al, just brought up a really great point of, the changing of the guard as it speaks, and we saw that with Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan. But the thing about Jordan is Jordan was put through it. The stars of the league at the time: Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas. They put Jordan through the ringer and came out the other side. What did we see this weekend? I mean, you saw not this weekend, but the All-Star weekend. Ask Cynthia Cooper and Teresa Witherspoon, who spent long times with Caitlin during All-Star weekend. Ask them how they feel about Caitlin Clark right now, because that's what's happening. Is a lot of the people that are. I mean, you're getting Stu Bird and all that. Stu Bird just constantly attacking CC.
Caitlin. Yep.
And the old guard pretty much saying, Caitlin's got to earn her stripes. Got to earn her stripes. Then you have moments where she meets with Cynthia Cooper and T. Witherspoon, and they absolutely love her.
Right.
When they meet her, because they've met her in person, they've been around her for a weekend and seen how she goes about her business, and they say, and it changes their perspective of her. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about, the people that are coming in off. Caitlin Clark's hot right now. I need to see. Oh, why is this? It's been happening for a long time.
Yes, it has.
And whenever somebody realizes, that's who Caitlin Clark is, they love and accept her.
Yes,
right,
absolutely.
Right.
It's things like that. Yeah, you saw it all weekend. Cindy Cooper and T. Witherspoon, they couldn't say enough good things.
They could not say enough about.
I got to ask a question
Clark.
also. I got to ask one more question. What part of any of the stuff with Caitlin Clark is considered white privilege?
I think there's some truth to that, Victor. I think you've got a league that's 70% black, and I think right. And I think that it's also a balance to that mix that says, well,
then explain why it doesn't happen to Paige Beckers, because last time I checked, Paige Beckers has the same skin color.
Well, she does, but she's not Caitlin Clark.
She's that's what I'm saying. If it were Victor, if you're saying what happens to her, and I'm taking the premise, Victor, I'm just taking the question you posed. I'm not saying it's your theory. I'm just saying you questioned it as white privilege. Yeah. If it were a contest to Caitlin's white privilege, then Paige Beckers wouldn't be getting Paige Beckers would be getting the same treatment.
She'd be getting all
because
the smoke too.
It's not about their skill level, because in this it's about their white privilege. But Paige Becker, but we don't see any of this happening with Paige. We don't see Paige.
No.
Paige is basically the other way around, where anything around her, it's called a foul immediately. A girl could be standing at the free throw line. Paige shoots a 3, and they're like, "Oh, and 1." And it's like, wait, what just happened?
I've seen it a few. I saw it in the opening game against Indiana where Paige buried a 3 and they called a foul, and it turned out to be a 4-point play, and it swung the fourth quarter around.
So that whole white privilege argument goes out the window when you start extrapolating it to it's happening here, but it's not happening here, and two things are the same.
Yep. Give me this camera back.
Hold on, boss.
Yeah.
I was going to say, so all this basically boils down, in essence, in a way, to jealousy by the old guard?
Jealousy and vitriol. I'll use Dietz's word. Jealousy and vitriol.
Well, this is why I was asking, because the reason why I brought it up was because every time I see anything that anyone's saying, like, oh, this is what everything Caitlin Clark has been getting is due to white privilege, which I don't understand.
Because anybody who's throwing those terms out is a clown.
And stupid.
And they're trying to be the jester and muck things up. They're trying to muck this up because it's like I said, I just disproved it in 3 seconds.
Right.
Because
anybody who says, "Oh, it's
because
white
if it is white privilege, and Damian Hernandez has said it so many times, and we've already blown up his theory, why isn't it happening to Paige Beckers?
There's another consideration that we have to make here in terms of Paige and Caitlin. Caitlin is white straight, Paige is not.
Paige is not.
And so there's so many elements to these arguments. You know, there's the race question. There's the gay versus straight question. There is, I think that in a perfect world, we just consider everybody a player. We do not consider that there's, quote, white privilege or, white straight privilege or any of those things. I consider those things to be abomination because everybody is playing a game. And the most fair of anything needs to be that people, from the officiating on down, look at them as players, look at them as an equal entity and judge accordingly. That's how I was raised. And that's how I think this whole world should be, is you look at people as if they are just people.
Period.
Absolutely,
that's how you look at it.
Allie. And I said this, I think I said it last week. There's a bubble. The bubble, 95% of the people in the bubble think just like Allie just said, where they don't care. It does not bother them one bit. The problem is the WNBA, and we've seen it grow. I bring this up all the time. It's grown from 12 office employees to 85 in 2 years.
Yes.
Okay. What's happened is it's been infected by that outside the 5% that care more about the sexuality of the players than they care about the game.
Yeah.
And that small percent, it's a very small percent that care about that. But they happen to be in the decision make. They're making the decisions. Meanwhile, the 95% of us we just want to see them play ball. We just want to see a basketball game. We don't care. We don't care. If Paige Beckers is awesome and she happens to be gay, awesome.
Right.
If Caitlin Clark it's awesome and she's straight, that's fantastic.
Exactly.
We don't care. We don't care. We just want to see good games played. We don't care about any of that. The problem is and we see it all the time. We just talked about Twitter. Twitter is full of that slim percent that it's my way or the highway. You can't be both. You either have to be all gay or no gay at all. Like and meanwhile, the 95% of us do not give a rat's you know what about that. We just want to see basketball.
So I would ask
that's why we're pointing this out, because we want it to get back to basketball. We want it to get back to just watching a game on the court and not have to see, oh, why are they calling this foul? Why are they doing this? Why are they beating up this person? And we want that. We want to get back to that. We want that. We don't want to be asking these questions after every single game. We want to be able to highlight, hey, here's the great things that happened last night, rather than talk about the three bad things that happened. You know,
I'll ask a question to Allie then. What happens now when it comes to the officiating? It hasn't gotten better.
It's gotten worse.
Assuming we would assume that after last year, when this was a problem, that there would be some form of training for the officials. That hasn't happened.
Right.
And as Snowman said, it's gotten worse.
Right.
So what happens now?
Well, they've decided on the Band-Aid, which, Allie, I think you can talk about this a little bit, but they've decided, you know how we're going to fix this? Replay.
Oh, God.
Yep. Except the refs need to know what they're looking at.
And I can tell you from doing the games and covering the games with Allie, half of the time they don't know what the hell they're looking at.
Yeah. The thing that we now have to push for within this new the new CBA that's coming out and the players making some of them seven figures, the thing that has to be done is to push goddamn hard. Sorry if I just killed you.
Fine. Go for
it. Push goddamn hard for them to up the ante on the training that all refs get so that they can officiate a game competently. I have not seen worse officiating than at the WNBA. And I've covered every level of women's basketball from high school on up. And I have never seen worse officiating. I think that the WNBA is a very special case, though, because you don't see as much physicality in the college game as you do in the WNBA. I don't think you see the same type of play even. I mean, some of it, yes, but I'm not seeing, hands to the throat. I'm not seeing people knock each other down the way they do. So my real concern is how many injuries are going to have to be on the court before someone does something about this. I think it's up to us as professionals. I think it's up to the fans to tell their the owners of the teams, gosh darn it, get better officiating. Have a school specifically for WNBA players and, for the WNBA rules, and make sure that everybody knows them and follows the book. You can do that. You have absolute freedom to make that happen. And if you don't do it by season 31, we're going to have a lot of trouble.
We're already in a lot. They
have all of the, like I just said, they have added all of these know nothing jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the official? The NFL has a czar of officiating.
Yeah.
That if there is a complaint, you go to that guy. You say, "Here's the tape. Here's the officials. Here's the crew that's been working the entire time. They've been working together for all these games. Here's all the games they've called. There's clearly something wrong." And that guy, the official czar, goes in and pulls the crew in and says, "Hey, here's where you went wrong. Here's what we need to fix. And if you don't fix it,
you're out.
Go do something else."
Yeah,
you're gone.
It goes back to what I said.
Where are
times.
where are those mechanisms? Where those mechanisms? I mean, this is what we talked about this before. This is 101. This is day one stuff. Like,
yes,
this is the easiest thing that they should be able to. They should be able to fix this in a second. Instead, they decide, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to replay. Guess what replay does? Replay just intensifies. It just puts a spotlight on how bad your officiating is.
Well,
it doesn't fix the problem. It's like putting a cast. It's like putting a cast on.
Yeah,
a cast just shows that there's an injury.
Here's the issue.
Putting a cast on doesn't fix the leg. It doesn't fix your leg. It just shows that there's a broken bone there.
Yeah.
Here's the issue, and I've said this a couple times. There's going to come a point, just like what happened when the referee struck in the NFL, and the Hail Mary happened between Seattle and Green Bay.
Yep.
Yep.
They're going to lose a lot of viewership because people are saying this is incorrect, and no one's fixing it. So why am I still here?
Mm-hmm.
What happened with that? Go back to that scene, and what happened? Fans blew it up.
Exactly.
Fans blew it up and pointed it out, and then started saying, "This is unacceptable. We can't have this." That's what everybody's been trying to say about the WNBA is starting to get eyes on it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I said is, when this hits normies and it starts going viral, everyone's going to have an eye on it, and now something has to happen. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Like, the league is going to die. It's gonna get crumbled by all this attention if you don't fix it.
You know,
and we've been screaming about it for 2 years. And nothing has been done.
In fact, it's gotten worse. Give me this camera. Here's the main reason, and I mentioned this earlier in the program. Here's the reason that reasons, I'll give you a list of why I stepped away from covering the W. And when I mentioned this to Allie, she nodded her head in agreement every single time. I already mentioned the conspiracy against the Indiana Fever, in particular, Caitlin Clark. We've seen that since she's been in the league. The second reason is that what Dietz predicted has happened. It has gotten to normal streamers. And yes, I'm capitalizing the word streamers. What I do is a simulcast, old school simulcast. And I will use an example that's going to make Allison Moran smile. When the Bulls game with Jim Durham and Johnny Kerr was not only on Sports Channel, but it was on WMAQ. That simulcast started happening in 1986. The Bulls were the first team to do a simulcast in the NBA in 1986. And then everybody picked it up. Lakers picked it up. They did a great job with it. The Celtics picked it up. They did a great job with it with the late, great Johnny Most. And I mentioned the late, great Chick Hearn. Who else? Hot Rod Hundley and the Utah Jazz had a version of that. You know, that's what I deliver. And I am unable at this point in time to call the game right down the middle, just like the greats do. Rising Rhino mentioned in a comment earlier in the show, 1995 is a long time ago. You can do anything you want. I choose to remain the professional that I am. I am going on 31 years of calling games at every level. I've done WNBA games. Allie has joined me for that in Chicago. I've done college basketball. I've done women's college basketball. Victor has hung with me for that, either here in studio or live on site. When I've always said this, when I cannot do my job correctly, I'm gone. And as far as the WNBA goes, give me this button. Until they fix the grade A homogenized Holstein bullshit that they're doing in the W. And yes, I said it. And Damien, you're going to get mad at me, but I don't care. Until they fix the grade A homogenized Holstein bullshit that's going on in the W, I'm not coming back.
But here's the other thing, and Deets hit it on the head about how this is by design, because
it is
now,
by design.
Every single time, because now they can do what they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and anyone who complains about it, well, you're just a Caitlin Clark sexual. You're a Caitlin Clark Uber fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You're a Caitlin Clark stan is the term
Stan, right.
that I've heard. Let me have this camera back. It has gotten to the normies, and they have
the thing about it
ruined
getting to the normies is it's getting to people who, you mentioned streamers, it's getting to people who post 3 or 4 videos a day. And those people are starting to pay attention to this. So now those 3 or 4 videos are all about this, and it's flooding the market, and it's you can't turn away. You can't turn away from it now.
I say that just as the CBA, because of its long, protracted, often painful interactions, I say that this, again, will be another thing that will capture the attention of the commissioner and all the other officials, and they will do something about it, because public pressure really matters in this case.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've got enough eyes on this prize, which is the W, you are going to make changes based on the amount of public pressure that is given. So continue posting, continue to call it out on every platform available.
Mm-hmm.
It will change, because you saw it in every civil rights movement available. You saw it in the change that was the Voting Rights Act in 1965. You saw it in Title IX.
But Allie, it's going to take is somebody. It's going to take somebody who has a spine, and somebody who is going to listen. When you have people like Adam Silver at the top, who will not speak. He will not speak to this.
No, he won't.
He's my favorite jellyfish.
He's a puppet.
Such a coward about this issue that he is kowtowing to the people who, if you bring up anything about Caitlin Clark, like Victor just said, you're a homophobe. You're a homophobe and a racist. If you're speaking out about this, you're ist and phobes and all of this, because that's the loudest thing on Twitter. That's the loudest thing in that NBA office. That anybody who's against us, they're just against us because we're gay. When it has nothing to do with that.
Nothing.
But they're going to make it about that. And Adam Silver is too spineless to stand up to them and say, you know what? I don't care about your I don't care about the sexuality anymore. I want the game to be played right. I want this game corrected. He doesn't have the spine to stand up to those people, because he's afraid that that if he says anything, they're going to come after him.
Well,
it's going to take somebody to get in that office that says it's going to take, and I know this is a trigger name for people, but it's going to take an Elon Musk to get in there and go, I'm cleaning house. All of y'all, all of y'all that were here, all of y'all that were here from Twitter before, get out.
Get out.
And I'm taking over. I'm putting my people in. And we're gonna run this the right way. And it's going
I wouldn't
to
use
take
Elon
that
Musk
kind
as
of
a
effort. It's going to take that kind of effort where somebody comes in, cleans house, and says, "Everybody out, everybody."
Get out.
And I'm talking all these 85 people that they added. All of y'all are gone. All of y'all are gone. If you're great for the job, come reapply. But you're all out. I'm fixing this from the top down. That's what it's going to take. And they don't have the spine. They don't. Adam Silver's a coward. You can't do it.
Let me have this.
Engelberg
Steve.
is on her last leg. She can't do it.
Let me have this, and then we'll close up shop for the day. It is going to take a Herculean Elon Musk kind of effort to clean house in the W. The moment it started hitting the normies, and Dietz warned me about this when I started this 2 years ago. I'll never forget his warning when he said, "You're doing something that the normies are not doing, but once it's hitting the normies, you're going to have a problem because they want to take it away and spin it where it fits their narrative." That's exactly what's happened.
I'm petitioning right now for Allie to take over WNBA as commissioner. She'll fix it.
All I got to say that if that
I
happens,
got it.
Wait a
I
minute.
got this.
All I got to say is if that happens, I'm the director of broadcasting. Damn it.
You got it, babe. You got it.
I'm the director of broadcasting, and Jody is the director of finances.
I love it.
Advertising and things like that.
Promo.
Sounds good.
Vic and I will have a game. Vic and I will have a game of the week. It'll be televised on free television.
Yes.
Where everybody can reach it. As a matter of fact, WNBA on CBS. That's what I do.
There you go.
In a nod to the past and a look to the future, the old NBA on CBS, which left in 1990, which pissed me off. But NBC had a great run with it also. Can't fault that. That's what I do.
I'll be in the truck and I'll handle promo. I got you covered.
You get in the truck and you push the buttons. Victor, you join him in the truck.
Yep.
Push the buttons to get us set up, and then you come join me upstairs in the booth.
Gotcha.
But I cannot call a WNBA NBA game fairly, even though my team is the Indiana Fever, anymore. Because whenever I see the bullshit happening against the Fever and no one except me says anything about it on the air during a broadcast, then I have to step away for my mental health, for my emotional health, because yes, I'm invested in the Indiana Fever. Yes, I have been watching them from afar, but I've got to stay from afar until I feel right enough to put this headset on and call the games fairly. Whatever the Fever do wrong, I call it out. Whatever the opposite team does wrong, I call it out. Whatever the officials do wrong, I especially call that out. And I'll give you a perfect example. I've mentioned this game before. Game 5 against Las Vegas. Victor hung out with me, and every ghost foul that was called in the second half, I went off. I went completely off because they show the replay and they show that it's not a foul, and they leave the call on the court as it is. I can't do it until I feel right enough to do it. And with all these normies taking the WNBA, which they know not a goddamn thing about, which they know not a goddamn piece of history about, which they don't know about, period. And they're covering this now. Victor, I'll answer a question for you.
Okay.
It is not a fear of competition. It never has been for me. Because as far as I'm concerned, Snowman Multimedia and the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network is the best thing going today. ESPN, CBS Sports, who's going bankrupt, by the way, and especially NBC Sports. SMSN is the best thing going today, and all it's going to do is going to grow and get better. But every announcer that I employ has one job and one job only.
Call down the middle.
That's to call the game fair, even though you're rooting for a team, and call out all the bullshit that goes on in said game.
You know I'm
When
not
you
afraid to
can't-
do that.
When you can't do
compete-
that,
you can't compete. You can't compete with some, doing a game a night because there's only one game. There's only one game you can do a night. You can't compete with the streamer that's doing 4 or 5 videos a day, and that's
Right.
their job, and they're
Mhm.
throwing out 5 30-minute videos
a day.
They're going to saturate the market. That's streaming. That's the world we live in now, where
Yep.
you can call the game and you can do a 2-hour game and call all the stuff out during the game. Those 5 videos that came out before are going to get pushed because there's 5 of them. They're a half hour long, and people are going to watch them. That's the nature of the game.
Right.
Yeah. And give me this. And I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I will always fucking hate how the game has changed. I run a
It can change again. Remember, it can change again.
Oh, if
It
I
has-
have anything to, if I have anything to say,
This is just one thing. Wait till we get to college. Wait till college football starts at the end of this month.
Jeez, yeah.
Wait till the NFL starts in a month.
Mhm.
Let me ask you something. Last year,
If you
and I
have
were
if you have a game call that Saturday, it's not going to get the traction that the Monday morning 15-minute video from LSU fan that's ranting about LSU, whether they did good or not, praise or demolishment, they're going to get more traction because it's a 15. They're a 15-minute supplement of here's what happened, blah blah blah, and that's it. Meanwhile, you have a 2-hour game call where you've pointed all this out during the game, but it's 2 hours every week. It's one game. It's one game a week where they're putting out 15 of these things by the time you get to game 2.
You know what? I'll just beat them at their own game. I'll just beat them at their own game. I'll do the same thing. Okay.
You've done it before, Brian.
Y'all want to play this game?
The way to do that is to comment on their stuff
Yep.
with clips of your game, to clip out your game call and say, hey, whatever they're talking about, here's what happened. Here's the exact, like,
here's the
find
exact
out what
play.
the play that they're talking about, find your call of it, clip that out and put it in the comments of here's how it was called on the court that I saw, and put that out there, and that way people go, oh, people will see the clip. They'll go to your clip, then they'll go to the full broadcast. That's the way to go about this.
Then that is what I will do.
It's to attack them at their own game.
Beginning with the college football season, that's what I'll do. I'll kick their ass at let me stop saying we will kick their ass at their own game. So to all these normies that have taken over commenting on the W when you don't know a goddamn thing, and they're going to do the same thing when it comes to football. I already know this is coming. We at Snowman Multimedia are about to stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. And that's the bottom line, because old Snowman said so. Allison Moran with us every single week. She'll be back on Friday. And wait till we start doing the picks at the end of this month. We're going to have so much fun, and it's going to be crazy, and I can't wait for it to happen. Allison, my dearest, I love you dearly. We love you dearly. Thank you thank you for allowing me to revive the Token Female Takeover, naming it the Token Female Takeover, It's a segment that I have loved since you introduced it to me, and I'm glad to revive it. And beginning today, since it is August, I'm going to start clipping it again and putting it out there in podcast form. I love you. I thank you, and we'll see you on Friday.
Sounds great. Have a great week, everybody.
Thanks, Allie. Have a good one. Hope Mom feels better.
Take care of Mom, Allie.
Yep.
I'm glad I got all that out.
And by the way, Damien, no, we're not politicians because we're boycotting things.
No, we're not.
Fans.
We're fans. We're broadcast announcers. Politics are not on this program. Never will be.
It's not always political to say I'm not gonna endorse something that I don't believe in.
Right.
That's not always political. It can be. It's not always political.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And that is that. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are. We hope y'all are too. And to all the streamers that are going to stream college football, I'm going to take advantage of viewing that on YouTube using Chris Dietz's advice. And I'm also going to post the videos of the clips of the play that they're talking about and have the fair call out there. This is war, and we're going to win it. So long, everybody.
If I have a knot in my head.
The amount of Caitlin Clark insanity is brought to you by the Antonio Clown Academy of Stone and Stupid, where public speaking does not come easy. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I might have
in the immortal words of the late great Bobby Knight, when my time on earth is gone and my activities here have passed, I want they bury me upside down and my critics can kiss my ass. See you tomorrow.
You know this means war.